Hello guys, welcome back to Dry Boy TV Now, and today I think it's time to do a book review at the really on time. We're gonna do something simpler, reviewing another Weary series book, which is I haven't done it for a really long time, which is Thomas the Tank Engine again. So yeah, right. Let's do this then. So, as all you Thomas fans knows what I'm talking about, basically it is written by the Reverend Andre, and it is illustrator. I think it was Regional Pain who illustrated. I think. Oh no, sorry, C. Reginald Dobby. Never mind, see Reginald Dobby. Right. And as we can see, it's the one of those old copies. Not the original version. The original one will be something else. But this is just the old copy that I owned in my disposal. So that's good enough. Now then, as for the illustrations by Reginald Dobby, I would say is really good, and of course, in each coming books, the illustrations do get changed by different illustrations, and so yeah, and basically, this is just like a sequel to the Thomas book, to Thomas the Tank Engine. This is more about his branch line, what he's been up to on his branch line recently. So yeah, right then. Maybe you all know the stories, but this is a review, so I have to tell it anyways. So yeah, let's do this then. So the first chapter is Thomas and the God. Now, basically one day Thomas is running on his branch line, and basically he stops at Knapford Junction and waiting for Henry to get there, and then suddenly he accidentally lost his guard. Now, in the original episode, he did not say like how did Thomas lost his guard. Basically Thomas just yapped. Then that's it. And then accidentally just left the guard behind. But in the original book, it was actually not Thomas's fault. It was the guard's fault. It was some random old lady with the umbrella who accidentally tripped the guard. And that is why he lost his guard in the first place. In the original episode, he did not tell how he lost his guard. Look at it. See? And what I like in this illustration is basically a few notices for other Reverend Andre's books, like James and the Red Engine. Red Engine was in the last book, and also in the last review as well, just in case. But anyways, Tom stopped at the signal, and he is wondering what was going on. I got to be late, and then he just found out he has no guard. And he clever did try to tell him, but no, he didn't even listen. But fortunately, the guard did actually like run up and finally got into the finally got the guard, and then that's the end of the story. That's it. Thomas Goes Fishing is the next one. Thomas and the God. No, Thomas Goes Fishing. I meant. So basically, Thomas always wanted to go fishing, but the other engines just say engine stowed to go fishing. And apparently one day there is no water at the water tower, so Thomas has to go to the river to get water. Basically the driver fireman put water into his boiler, and to then he did go alright, but suddenly Thomas feels a bit of the tummy ache, or aka the bore ache, at your engine. See, Thomas is not a human. He's the engine. He's the train. Basically, once he got up to the final station, they had to put him into the site and to see what is the matter. Yeah, flight controller was there. Or in this case, oh no, it is a flight controller. Okay, never mind. But anyways, the flight controller is just go to see what is in the tanks, and then suddenly it's a problem. There's fish. Yeah, see what I did here? The O-face. And basically, they spent all day like fishing into Thomas's tank to get all the fish out. And at the end, they do have fish and chips at the end, so that's fair enough on them, I guess. And Flight Controller did tell Thomas to not do it again, and I don't think he will. So, thank goodness for that, because there's never actually going to be another episode where Thomas actually goes fishing again. So yeah. Thomas, Terence, and the Snow is the next chapter or the story. They never call chapters, so I guess it's just stories then. So yeah, but anyways, one day Thomas is, well, in this case, he's pushing Annie Clever. Basically, in the books, he's a push-pull engine. No, but in the TV show, they always put it accurately facing forwards and pulling forwards. So, yeah, I'm not too sure why they did that though, but who knows. But anyways, Tom's bumped into Bertie Terence one day, and he's saying, "What ugly wheels you got? They're caterpillar tracks. I could go wherever I want to," Terence say. And after that, there is like a few more months or days. Let me see. Okay, it doesn't say like how many months or weeks later though, but Snow is there on Sodor, and it says in Reverend Audrey's timeline. I watched the Unlucky Turk timeline on it. Basically, Reverend Audrey did say that there is the Flying Kipper incident is supposed to take place before Thomas's incident with the snow, which is kind of odd. But yeah. Anyways, I might got it wrong, but comment down below if I got it right or not. But anyways, unfortunately, Thomas has to wear the snow plow, and he doesn't want to. So he shook it and they banned it, and then suddenly the driver and fireman has to give up and basically put him in a shed. So yeah. For next day, Thomas doesn't have to wear his snowplow because his snowplow was badly damaged. But just in case you don't know what a snowplow is, it's basically when you put your vehicles. Use this thing. It could like basically block snow away, and to make it clear, they put this for vehicles and also on engines as well, on trains as well. So yeah, but anyways. But anyways, Thomas is so happy that he didn't get the snow power on. But unfortunately, unfortunately, when he went out of the tunnel, he trapped in the snow slide, and so his passengers has to get the bus back home. Until then, Terence did arrive and rescue Thomas and Annie Crowbar, which is really thankful. And Thomas did say sorry to Terence though, but they say it's pretty useful. So yeah, that's the end of the story. The final one. The final story is Thomas and Bertie, which is the final chapter or final story in the book, where Thomas and Bertie made a deal to race each other, see who's the fastest, and basically at the end of the story, it's almost a tie between Thomas and Bertie, and basically, Frank Shaw did say to Thomas, "Do not race with dangerous speed." But Beverly is so clever that at the end here, between you and me, Thomas and Bertie would neither have a race. A race? I don't think so. Don't think they will. Do they? Well, and that's the end. Now, a bit of a history moment for Thomas and Bertie. That Audrey's children did say to their father that it's not impossible to Bertie to actually beat Thomas in a race because he's a train. Well, Webb and Audrey actually first up make a map of each different obstacles where these two had prevented it. So yeah, and I think Webb and Audrey did explain it really well, and also he's got inspired to make his own map of an Island Soda in the progress. So yeah. So, what do I think of this book? Basically, it's a good book, and also another memorable episodes. Who the Doubt for season 1 is in there as well. But and also the illustrations are good as well. And so yeah, and as for everything else, I don't have anything bad against it. But I would think, I think it is an enjoyable reading, time and time again. If you want to go to bed with it, but it doesn't have much door, but just to see what Thomas is up to on his sunshine, and yeah, and it's so really amazing. So really good job. Right. What do you think of Thomas the Tank Engine again? Is it like a good book, or is it an okay book, or is it a really bad? Comment down your thoughts down below. I will see you guys soon. This is Dragon Boy 2.0 signing out.